Nobody in Mordor understands what I'm saying, but they all get the point eventually. Get it? It has two meanings. The point of the words and the point of the weapon.
I'm going to cut off your Tark arms and use them to beat in your Tark skull.
What day is this? Oh, that's right. Man-murdering day, like it always is.
Drinking grog from skull of enemy, overrated. Too small. Not enough grog.
Eight-man swine. But those vanishing suns aren't too bad. Of course, I'd still kill one if he looked at me wrong.
Hey, it's Spider-Man. Oh, now he's dead.
I'm the last thing you're ever gonna see. Unless you were looking at something else when you died.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Vainstone here. I'm going to be kind of rambling on about the lore in Desolation of Mordor. So, enjoy the Gravewalker difficulty gameplay in the background. So I've been thinking about how well the Desolation of Mordor storyline and Baranor's story in general would fit within the framework of Tolkien's Legendarium. I mean, Baranor's story really reminds me of a lot of tales of men in the Silmarillion, such as Tuor and the Fall of Gondolin, and to a lesser extent, Turin and his story. Very, very depressing. Baranor actually has a lot of similarities to Tuor in a few ways. Both of them came into kingdoms where they were strangers, but they gained high favor and renown, with Baranor becoming a very respected captain in Minas Ithil, and Tuor becoming a very renowned man in the elven kingdom of Gondolin. And both of them actually had to flee their respective kingdoms because of traitors, like Castamir, and in Tuor's case, Maeglin, who had been corrupted by Morgoth. Both of them were romantically involved with a woman, or in Tuor's case, a she-elf named Idril. And both of them, in Tuor's early days, and Baranor in his later days, both of them harassed the forces of evil in Middle-earth. Tuor attacked and harassed the Easterlings, and Baranor did serious damage to the orcs in Lithlad. Another thing I was thinking about is that in The Return of the King, the book, there is a guard, a member of the guard in Minas Tirith, whose name is Baragond, and he introduces himself as Baragond, son of Baranor. Is this just a coincidence? Or could it be the same Baranor? That's the only time a Baranor is ever mentioned, as far as I'm aware, in Tolkien's lore. But if it's the same, that would be really cool. I mean, we know that Idril is alive during the events of Desolation of Mordor, based on this clip here, which plays when you approach Shindrim. I'll play that now.
When we take this fort, my brothers can join us here. Idril can join me here.
So, it definitely seems like if they're both alive, then maybe they could be the parents of Baragond, and that would be a really cool inner working of the lore. I'm not sure if that means that either of them survive, that is to say, either Baranor or Idril survive. Maybe they have Baragond and they send him off to Minas Tirith for safekeeping, but they stay in Mordor and die. But I'm pretty sure that the events of Desolation of Mordor happen before the end of the Shadow Wars, at least during the Blade of Galadriel DLC timeline, because Baranor mentions to his brother at the end of Desolation that they could go and try to raid Gorgoroth. I don't think they would be doing that if Mordor were united and Talion had fallen and become a Nazgul. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. What do you guys think? So the Númenórean weapon augments and devices that you find throughout Lithlad, I think that those could certainly have a canonical basis. It's mentioned in the Silmarillion that the Númenóreans could have surpassed the evil kings of Middle-earth in weapons and technology for warfare, but that at the time they were peaceful and they were focusing mostly on shipbuilding and, you know, a love of the sea. But of course, as time went on and they became corrupted and evil by listening to Sauron, especially, then they could have turned their technological prowess to making those weapons that appear in the Desolation DLC. Anyway, I think I'll let you enjoy the rest of this gameplay, which ends terribly, because Gravewalker is hard, and I was not prepared for it. I wasn't prepared for it at all.
Did you hear them?
You! That gauntlet is the dwarf's work, isn't it? You're gonna need more than that to take this outpost. He'll burn you! For the vanishing sun!
I don't think my keep.